Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the online class of English grammar for grade 4. How are you, my dear students? Here I am teacher Mr. Snavla with some new lessons. Today we are going to study the topics of punctuation in dialogues, proofreading and pronoun verb agreement on pages 88, 89 and 90. First of all, we will do an exercise on page number 88. You will rewrite each sentence correctly by adding quotation marks and using correct capitalization and punctuation. Before we do this exercise, it's quite necessary and vital to have a brief introduction of the fundamental rules. If you go through the basic idea of these rules, the whole exercise will be quite easy for you. Rule number 1. You will use quotation marks at the beginning and end of a speaker's exact words. Begin a quotation with a capital letter. Now here is a sentence. They say, "We are learning our lesson." This sentence, "we are learning our lessons," is actually called a quotation here. Why it is a quotation? Because it is being written in the same words as spoken by some people or some students. Who are they? Okay, and these are called quotation marks. When you write a quotation, the first word will start obviously with a capital letter, and also the whole quotation will be written within quotation marks. This is the first rule. Now we will go to rule number 2. The punctuations like commas, question mark, exclamation mark and periods always go inside the quotation marks. Here are two examples for you. My dear students, please be attentive. He says, "My father is a manager." Now I have written one sentence. He says, comma, space. Then I am starting a quotation with quotation marks or inverted commas. Okay. My father is a manager, full stop, and quotation marks will close the sentence. Now here is also rule number 1. I have started the quotation with capital letter. And according to rule number 2, the punctuation mark should be within the quotation marks, not outside the quotation marks, as it is quite obvious in example number 2. What are you doing? Now this is an interrogative statement. So there is a question mark within the quotation marks. Okay. Now rule number 3, a question mark or an exclamation mark goes outside quotation marks when it is not part of the quotation. Now we are going to do our exercise on page number 88. Jane said, "I like to read about unusual animals." And here your answer will be Jane said, comma, space, and you will start the quotation with quotation marks. Okay. Here in the statement what is given in the book, the quotation marks are missing. That is the mistake. You will use a proper punctuation in the dialogues. Okay, this is actually a dialogue. Dialogue is a conversation or talk between two persons. Okay, let's come to our answer. Jane said, comma, space, quotation marks, "I like to read about unusual animals," full stop, quotation marks will close the answer. When you read the sentence, of course, you do not pronounce what are the punctuation marks. Your intonation, your pronunciation will explain all these things. But here I am telling you just for elaboration. Jane said, "I like to read about unusual animals." My dear students, you will write the whole sentence on the line given in the book. And please don't forget, don't be oblivious about the proper use of punctuation. Number 2. My teacher asked, "Do you know who the president is?" Now you will start this interrogative quotation with capital letter, as I have done, you can see, and also there should be quotation marks. My teacher asked, "Do you know who the president is?" Okay, I will repeat. My teacher asked, comma, space, quotation marks will open. "Do you know who the president is?" There will be a question mark and then quotation marks. Next, number 3 on page number 88. "My family at home includes my mother, father, sister and me," I said. Now this is a quotation being spoken by I. My family at home includes my mother, father, sister, and me, I said. You will use quotation marks before my, and you will also use quotation marks after me. Okay. Number 4. Miss Mendez exclaimed, "Close that window quickly." Close that window quickly is an imperative sentence. It is an imperative sentence. You will write this imperative sentence or quotation within the quotation marks. These are called quotation marks. Okay. Miss Mendez exclaimed, comma, space, quotation marks will open, close that window quickly. Then there will be sign of exclamation or exclamation mark. You will finish the whole answer with quotation marks. And close will start with capital C. Number 5. I rushed inside and shouted, "Quick, where is my camera?" I rushed inside and shouted, "Quick, where is my camera?" You can see the whole answer very clearly. The mistakes are not about grammar or spelling. The mistakes are usually here in this exercise belong to the proper use of punctuation and capitalization. I rushed inside and shouted, "Quick, where is my camera?" And the last one on page 88, she explained, "We need to do some research for our science report." And you will start the word we with capital W, and also you will finish the whole quotation starting from we and ending with report with quotation marks. That's how you will complete the answer for question number 6 on page 88. She explained, "We need to do some research for our science report." Now we are going to do page number 89. You will rewrite the sentences below, correcting mistakes in present tense, pronoun, verb, agreement, and quotation marks. Number 1. I asked, "What is your favorite season?" Now with I, there cannot be any S or ES in the verb. Okay, there can be an S or ES in the verb if the subject is he, she, or it, as I told you in the previous lecture. Now your answer will be, I ask, "What is your favorite season?" My dear students, you will write the complete sentence as your answer on the line given in the book. Number 2. Let us eat before we finish the puzzle. I suggest. Now again, you cannot say I suggest. That's wrong. It will be only I suggest, as I have written in the answer. And also, you will insert proper quotation marks. In the beginning of the quotation and ending of the quotation must end with quotation marks or inverted commas. These are also called inverted commas. This is apostrophe between let and s, but when you write the contraction of let us, it will be let's eat before we finish the puzzle. I suggest. Please see the sentence very clearly. Be careful about the spacing, about the proper use of punctuation. A little mistake can cost you a lot. Now let's go to number 3. You has more balloons than I do. Now you cannot say you has. Of course you will say you have. You have more balloons than I do. Number 4. They is very happy to let us has a prize. Now there are two mistakes. You cannot say they is. You will say they are. And also let us have, not has. Okay. So please correct the mistakes and rewrite the sentence with proper words. They are very happy to let us have the prize. Number 5. What am you doing? I asked worriedly. Now here are two mistakes. You cannot use am along with you. You will use are. Okay. And then again the teacher has written ask. That's of course wrong. I ask. What are you doing? I ask worriedly. What are you doing? This is a sentence apparently, but here in this exercise we call such sentences which are written in the same words as spoken by someone, so then it is called a quotation. Now I told you in the beginning of our today's online lesson, a quotation must have quotation marks in the beginning as well as at the end. Okay. And the last one on page 89, it rocked back and forth in a noisy way. Now, for it, there should be an s or es in the verb. Okay, it rocks back and forth in a noisy way. Now we are going to do some work on page number 90. There is an exercise A. Write the correct form of have or be to complete each sentence. We dash sure that this is the correct place. We are. So your answer will be are. A-R-E. We are sure. Number 2. She dash 2 parties to go to this weekend. She has 2 parties. What will you say? She has 2 parties to go to this weekend. Number 3. They have traveled to many different places. Yes, my dear students. You will say they have traveled to many different places. Number 4. You are never going to finish in time. You will say you are never going to finish in time. Number 5. It dash bright red and very shiny. It is bright red and very shiny. It is bright red and very shiny. That is how you will complete the answer. Only the word is the answer for number 5. Number 6. I dash a book report to prepare. Now you cannot say I am a book. That will be wrong. Here you will say I have a book report to prepare. The word have, that is actually a linking verb here in question number 6 of page 90. That is our answer, have. Now we will move to very small exercise B on page number 90. You will circle the letter of the sentence that has a pronoun verb agreement and is written correctly. Here we have got 4 sentences, 3 have been written wrong and the 4th one is correct. After reading all these things, we will find the best one. It honk loudly, wrong, because it should be it honks. They whisper softly, yes, that's the correct one. I stumbles, wrong. She touched the slippery eel, wrong. So number B answer is correct. Number 8. We hurries away from the danger. Number B, he fall into a deep sleep. Number C, you speak very quickly. And D, they crawls along the floor. So C option is the correct. You will circle C letter for question number 8. You speak very quickly. So far, my dear students, we have done 2 exercises on page number 88, 89 and 90. Rather 3 exercises. I hope you will revise all these stuff again as your homework. Thank you very much and have a nice time. See you next time with a new lesson. Stay home, stay safe.